She is a poet from Argentina, from my city, from Paraná. She's Diana Henderson. So I'm gonna do like the Spanish version, and Cuca is gonna help me with the English part. So I hope, you enjoy and understand. Okay, it goes Poema Amarillo. Hay una luz amarilla que entra y se me confunde con la parte de una película. Cuando la volví a ver, no la encontré. Una noche en que me dije la verdad en una cocina. La sensación de 1000 tardes en un lugar en que el anochecer no me duela. Un amor de otoño que se quiere quedar. Los pueblos, el hipódromo, las fotos de la abuela joven, la renoleta junto a los barcos del puerto, las gaviotas lejos. Un perfume del Día de la Madre, los caramelos de miel, las tardes adolescentes de invierno junto al río, en que éramos felices y no lo sabíamos. El recuerdo de algo difuso, una manguera en un patio que imagino, bicicletas playeras llegando, una con canasta, la mía, y vos en cuero, y en la canasta la cerveza, y la cerveza en el vaso, y el maní flotando, y todo eso sin hablar del futuro. Las nubes que se hacen espuma, el sol dorado que cae y emparenta las casas, todas. Igual que si miramos el mundo a través del liso, igual. Hay un amarillo que se me confunde, el de la juventud como un recuerdo, pero yo soy joven. La juventud que ya duele de lo amarilla, como el resplandor de la medalla de la cadenita que me regalaste, que voy a perder un día y me va a doler también. Las luces de un recital bajando sobre mí, el pez tornasol saliendo al aire, la torta de manzana dorándose, una moneda girando una decisión, una moneda a cambio de un caramelo de miel, a cambio de un beso después, de una cerveza, a cambio de nada. Con las bicis tiradas a la sombra, del pescado que sale a la luz y no cree. Es que los peces de río no imaginaron ese rayo que cae en la medalla que me pones ahora, en medio de la arena, entre los pelos dorados, como inmortalizando el espacio. La vez que me senté sola en el frío de la cocina y me dije la verdad, y sentí un amarillo que me venía a dorar las pestañas, y estuve en todos los amarillos a la vez, como el recorrido de un hilo de oro que al unir las puntas hace perder la forma.
Wow, beautiful.
The English version, Yellow Poem. There is a yellow light that enters and confuses it, and I confuse it with part of a movie. When I watched it again, I couldn't find it. One night, when I told myself the truth in a kitchen, the feeling of 1,000 afternoons in a place where nightfall doesn't pain me, an autumn love that wants to stick around. The towns, the hippodrome, the photos of Grandma when she was young, the Renault alongside the boats at port, the seagulls far away. A scent of Mother Day, the honey caramels, the adolescent afternoons of winter alongside the river when we were happy and we didn't know it. The memory of something vague, a house on a patio that I imagined, beach bicycles arriving, one with a basket, mine. And you bare-chested, and in the basket beer, and beer in a glass, and a peanut floating, and all of this without talking about the future. The clouds that form froth, the golden sun that falls and links the houses, all of them. Just like looking at the world through a glass of lager, just like that. There is a yellow that confuses me, the yellowed memory of youth. But I am young. The youth that already ashes of yellowness, like the gleam of the medallion on the little chain you gave me, that I lose one day, which will also hurt. The stage lights going down on me, the iridescent fish coming up for air, the apple cake turning golden brown, a coin flipping a decision, a coin for a honey caramel, for a kiss after a year, for nothing. With the vice left in shadow of the fish that comes into the light we live in. because the river fish didn't imagine this ray of light that falls on the medallion you are putting on me now, in the middle of the sand, between my golden locks, as is immortalizing the space. The time I sat alone in the chill of the kitchen and told myself the truth and felt a yellow that came over me, gilding my eyelashes, and I was in all yellows at once, like the journey of a strand of gold that upon joining its points loses its form.
Thank you for reading also. If you want, we can do it again with another one. It's okay for you?
Okay?
Yeah? I'm going first in Spanish.
Yes.
She's gonna do the English version. I have it here. This goes El arte de contener la respiración. The art of holding your breath. Mi hermano, desmayado en el fondo de la pileta olímpica del club, es un recuerdo sordo. El colo lo descubre y sale, cargándolo a la manera de Superman, solo que en vez de llegar la prensa llegó la ambulancia. Mi mamá le sostiene la cabeza, llora de rodillas ante la lástima de las demás familias. Tengo 5 años. Veo la boca de mi madre gesticular el nombre de mi hermano, pero no escucho nada. Nos llevan a mí y a mi hermana a la oficina del presidente del club y nos dan 7-Up. Mi hermano sobrevive y habiendo obtenido el título de campeón argentino, deja de nadar. Ya en casa, lo veo en la cucheta tan débil que ni ganas me dan de pelearlo. Con un tubo de papel higiénico y cartulina le hago un globo aerostático. Adentro del canasto estamos nosotros. Decimos algo.
The art of holding your breath. My brother passed out at the bottom of the club's Olympic swimming pool. It's a soundless memory. El Colo finds him and gets out, carrying him like Superman. But instead of the press, an ambulance calls. My mother holds his head, cries on her knees to the pity of the other families. I'm 5 years old. I see my mother's lips mouth my brother's name, but hear nothing. They take me and my sister to the club president's office and give us 7-Up. My brother survives, and having won the Argentine championship title, gives up swimming. Back at home, I see him in his bed, so weak I don't even feel like fighting him. I make him a hot air balloon out of a toilet paper tube and cardstock. We are in the basket together. We are saying something.
Okay.
This is yours.
Okay, I'm gonna read like micro poems of myself. These texts that I write. One of them, can you do the English version?
Yeah.
Perfect. This, the first one is Caballo Rojo. Amor rojo, caballo rojo, dolor rojo. Soñé que paseábamos en la costa y de repente en el campo de al lado se apagaron todas las luces de golpe. Mientras galopabas muy fuerte, viajamos juntos. Me miraste asustado y te dije, quédate tranquilo, yo me cargo, vamos más despacio.
Red horse. Red love, red horse, red pain. I dreamed that we rode along the coast and suddenly in the next field all the lights went out, all at once. While you galloped very hard, we traveled together. You looked at me scared and I told you, stay calm, I'll take care of it. Let's slow down.
And this is also like the main thing about like invisible places born in pandemic in Berlin, doing by myself, trying to express myself through photography, but in that time, of course, you cannot go out. In Berlin was a strict lockdown, so it was really hard. And I started to paint. I start to paint because I start to, I think this is a common feeling in pandemic times when you have to deal with yourself. You have to deal with your fears, you have to deal with your memories, you have to deal being abroad without your family, being isolate. And yeah, I need to express myself, and I find a way through the paintings, but through my memories also. All that you see here is a lot of colors, but it's like one of them is representing the backyard of my grandmother in my memory. I was thinking about my neighborhood. This is called El Barrio. It's my neighborhood in my thoughts, of course, in my way to communicate to the world through colors. I was looking for colors also because Germany doesn't have like so much light. 3 in the afternoon. 3, of course. Yeah, I find a good and safest place. And invisible places is like resumed, like there's a lot of places that live inside us. So in this moment I start to paint, I realize that I can just say something through my memories and through colors. Because I need a lot of things in that moment, so I was just doing this. And it's a safe place. These invisible places is the way we find each other or find ourselves. And this is a little statement I write about like this exhibition also. It calls Invisible Places. I'm gonna read it in English maybe. Yeah. Okay, distance, time and nostalgia make me imagine my grandmother's house, my mother taking a nap, my nephews playing in the backyard, the short and diffuse memory always, the imagination that flies over the islands on the shores of the Paraná, the smell of the river and the countryside. Every landscape is drawn like a painting that traces a moment, a place, a sound, or a memory. The rain hits each plant in the gallery until it makes a hole in them. The boats in the harbor in front of the house die in the siesta sun. No one ever noticed until some of them start to sink. We can imagine at any time, anywhere, situations, colors, landscapes, people, or songs. They are our invisible places, and they are made up to protect us. When I feel that everything is going to end, I create. Okay, I would love to read the last one, but I have to say that I do have it in Spanish.
Why not?
Not in English version.
No, why not?
It's okay?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Where is my? I have it in my phone. Here.
Español.
Okay. This is one of my favorites from my best friend Daya, and it calls Equilibrio, balance. Papá aflojó los tornillos para que aprendiera a andar sin rueditas. Ella me llevó a la vereda de tierra que rodea el hipódromo, justo enfrente de casa. ¿Y cuál es la necesidad de aprender a sostener mi cuerpo todo de nuevo? Le hice prometer que no me soltaría por nada del mundo. Giraba apenas mi cuello para ver que ella siguiera ahí, corriendo justo detrás mío, agarrándome de la parte baja del asiento. Yo no te suelto, me decía, yo no te suelto. Pero para ese entonces yo ya estaba pedaleando sola y no me daba cuenta de cómo ella se alejaba de mí, aún quedándose quieta entre los troncos viejos y gruesos. Me enojé tanto cuando me di vuelta que rechacé ese objeto a un costado de la vereda y quise volver a casa. Ahora voy esquivando colectivos, haciendo finitos, calculo el tiempo exacto para pasar en rojo y no morir en el asfalto. Pero así y todo no voy a reconocerlo. He decepcionado muchas veces a mi madre y sé que seguiré haciéndolo. No hay lugar en el mundo para dos personas iguales, ni siquiera lo hay en una casa. y por eso me fui apenas terminada la escuela. Pero es necesario para que mamá aprenda. El equilibrio se fabrica con la distancia. Si nos quedamos quietas, seguramente nos vamos a caer. Ahora rebobino el cassette y resulta que soy yo la que se aleja mientras ella se queda parada, palideciendo bajo el sol de un domingo. Pero yo no te suelto, mamá. Yo no te suelto.
¡Bravo! ¡Bravísimo!
No, a ustedes por venir. Gracias. Thank you so much for everything. Of course, I'm super grateful because in the beginning everything started because I was feeling also kind of boring in the gallery, but enjoying, but boring, but saying like, why not? I have the space. I can just mix art with poetry. It's something that I love. I like everything. I think is connected in the end, like the paintings, the word, the music. So it's super nice to have you here. And I want just to ask if somebody here in the room wants to sing something.
Yes, yes.
A cappella.
¿Quién va a cantar?
A
You're
cappella.
not pointing, but you might as well.
Okay.
Fine.
Will be a pleasure. Will be a pleasure to hear. Will be absolutely pleasure. So you can think about it, and you're welcome to come.
Can I come from here, though?
Yeah, of course, of course.
I'm sitting here. I think your art is really interesting. It makes me think like you thought, and you're doing a lot of Spanish today, which I obviously don't speak. Well, maybe it's not obvious, but I don't. It made me, have to listen, and sometimes the translation was kind of made me think how in every language, in each and every language, the Dutch, the Spanish, the English, we kind of have different ways to look at the same things, and it all comes down to like, who am I? What do I have? What am I doing here? Who am I in this foreign place? And these themes kind of go around in between, and it was really nice.
Really nice to, it's super nice to hear your feedback, of course, because I'm always wondering how do you feel about like something in Spanish that you cannot understand, but then if I am like able to read even in Spanish or in another language and you can feel the vibe or the feeling, because in the end, as you say, it's all about the feelings every person has living abroad or far away from the family and different situations.
So it's interesting to see how we really share a lot. So I'm going to sing a little something in Hebrew, though. So now
I
you
love
cannot
it.
understand
Another
me.
language.
I love it.
It's
I
just
love
fair.
I love it.
I'll say a little something about what it is. It's
Yeah.
a song, I've written it so long ago, and I don't sing it anymore really, because I only do English now when I perform.
Yeah.
But it's a song basically about being in a room in a foreign city and looking out and looking at the room and saying like, this is mine, I made this, but is it, and where am I in all this really? And it's the same kind of search, right? Like you do in your paintings, like you do with words.
Yeah.
So here's to that.
Thank you.
Okay.
העיר הזאת, הנטולת גבולות, המלאת קצוות, המשופעת פיגומים ורעל, הרוויה לכלוך ורגעי בדידות. העיר הזאת, יש לה פנים רבות, יש בה טירוף וחלומות, וגם אני נטרפת בה, וגם אני חולמת בה, להיות או לא להיות. החדר הזה עצר מלהכיל אותי, החדר הזה הלבוש כפי שציפיתי, מחכה עד שיבוא להיות חולמת בתוכו. החדר הזה יש בו רגעים קסומים
ושנסוני וחנני אני וחנני אני פורצת גבולות עוברת קירות להיות
Thank you. Ronnie, with you guys, Ronnie.
Yeah.
My Ronnie notes. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Beautiful, really. If you want to sing another one.
No, one's good.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Pulsa
Can
más.
you tell us
Yeah,
what about
party,
the lyrics?
Fiesta,
of that song?
fiesta, ahora. El desmadre, ¿no?
It's yeah, it's a bit like looking at where you are and knowing it's your home, but is it really? And eventually, it's like just be. Just
Okay.
be. That's the ending point of it.
I love it.
Just be.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.